It occurred a long time ago. The kingdom named Ujjaini was ruled by King Vikramaditya. King Vikramaditya was famous throughout the kingdom for his fearlessness, justice, and generosity. His bravery and charity were talked about far and wide. Every day, people from far and wide would come to his court with their problems. And the king would not only listen to them attentively, but also provide solutions to their problems. One day is mentioned. The royal court was decorated, and King Vikramaditya was listening to the problems of his subjects. Then an ascetic, monk, came to the court and presented a fruit to the king. After this, he went back without saying anything. The king gave that fruit to his treasurer. After this sequence started happening every day. The ascetic would come to the king's court every day, give him a fruit, and leave quietly. Even the king would hand over the fruits to the treasurer without asking any questions. In this way, 10 years passed. One day, when the ascetic again came to the court and gave the fruit to the king, this time, the king did not give it to the treasurer. At that time, a monkey was playing there. The king gave that fruit to the monkey to eat. As soon as the monkey broke the fruit, a shining gem came out from inside it. The light of that gem was so bright that everyone sitting in the court was astonished. The king was very surprised to see this. He called the treasurer and asked, "What happened to all the fruits I had kept with you?" The treasurer said, "Your Majesty, all those fruits were kept safe in the treasury. I will bring them now." After some time, the treasurer came back and told that all the fruits were rotten, but precious gems were found inside them. Hearing this, the king was very happy and ordered to keep all the gems in the treasury. After this, when the ascetic brought the fruit again the next day, the king stopped him and said, "I will take this fruit only if you tell me why you give me such precious gifts every day." The ascetic smiled after listening to the king. He said to the king, "O king, I am ready to tell you the reason, but for this we will have to walk in solitude." The king agreed to his request, and both of them went away in solitude. There the ascetic said to the king, "I need a brave and courageous man for my sadhana. I will not find a more worthy person than you anywhere else. That is why I have been honoring you with these gems for the last many years." After listening to the ascetic, the king promised to help him. The ascetic said, "On the next new moon night, you will have to come with me to the crematorium. There I will perform my sadhana." The king happily gave this promise. The new moon night came. King Vikramaditya remembered the ascetic's words and reached the crematorium without any fear. The atmosphere of the crematorium was horrifying. There was darkness, silence all around, and burning flames of pyres were visible in the distance. The ascetic was waiting for them there. He was very happy to see the king. He pointed the king in a direction and said, "You have to go to the east. There you will find a huge rosewood tree. There's a dead body hanging on that tree. You have to bring it here." The king took steps in that direction with courage. When they reached near the shisham tree, they saw that a dead body was actually hanging there. He took out his sword and felled the body from the tree. As soon as the body fell on the ground, a loud scream came from it. The king thought that this was a living person. But then the dead body started laughing loudly and jumped in the air and hung back on the tree. The king understood that this was not an ordinary dead body. He used all his strength and brought down the body from the tree. But it was not easy. This dead body was actually Betel. Betel said to the king, "O king, I am impressed by your courage. You are truly a wonderful adventurer. I am ready to go with you, but I have one condition. You will not say anything the entire way. If you say even one word, I will come back to this tree." The king accepted Betel's condition. After this, Betel climbed on the king's shoulder. To make the journey exciting, he said to the king, "Come, and let me tell you a story. If you answer my story, I will return. And if you don't answer, even though you know the answer, your head will explode." The famous journey of Raja Vikram and Betel begins from here. Betel started telling stories to the king. Every story ended with a mysterious question, and the king had to answer it. In this way, the conversation between King Vikramaditya and Betel continued.